Okay, let's see. See if we're live yet. Um, so, for those of you joining in right now, um, as you can see, I've actually already jumped into a pre-market trade, which is something I don't do often unless it just seems like a really good potential setup. Right now, I'm trading Bed Bath and Beyond. And again, this is I just took a very small position on this, 300 shares, nothing big, nothing major. If it goes against me, I'll just get out with maybe a 30 $40 loss or something. But um, I wanted to go ahead and take the trade because Bed Bath and Beyond, as you can see here on the daily chart, has significantly dipped down, and it looks like it may have found support from these previous areas over here. So if there's and there's an incredibly high short float. There's 46% short float, and so I'm looking here even on the 15-minute chart. I mean, if it can break out through these levels and break out past 1190, we could get a really good move on this right out the gates this morning. So I went ahead and just took it. If it fails, if it rejects, well then like I said, I'll get out. But I really feel like there's some good opportunity on this one today. So again, I'm just looking for a temporary short squeeze. I may start taking profit, maybe take 100 shares off here at these levels, if it can make it up there. Let me see here. So 1111, 1126. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'd really like to see how far up it could ride. Let's look at this on the 60 minutes. So, um, yeah, I think because of the yeah, I think 11 maybe 1128. I should probably take off 100 shares if it gets up there, just to go ahead and start taking some profit, and then I can wait for a pullback and maybe even possibly add. I mean, this may end up being the only thing that I trade today, but I don't know, guys. I don't know. I'll have to see. But if it breaks 1090, I'm probably going to go ahead and get out. So I've got my pricing set here at 1080. So I don't want to get stuck on this too much. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can set an alert here. So delete that, and we will say 1094. If this hits 1094, let me know. Let me know. So, okay. That way we can kind of look at some of these other trades that we've got going on today and just kind of see what the plan is. That's the one bad thing about about trading in pre-market. You're pretty much stuck to the chart because you can't uh, you can't set a stop loss. It won't trigger in pre-market. So yeah, like I said, you're pretty much stuck on the chart at that point. 1086. Yeah, if it breaks below 1090, I'm going to want to get out. I may just stay in here for a second. Let's see. Let's see. So we went for the short squeeze. We just need to find out right now if people are loading up on shares, or if that was a rejection. If that wasn't a rejection, we should see a good solid move up to these levels up here. So um, look back here, 1095. Yeah. Like I said, a heavy short float, which means that if you have enough buyers stepping in, you can definitely, let's see here. See if it can break that. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and just take it right there. So $30 loss. No big deal on that. The thing about this, like I said, is when you have a heavy short float and you have enough buyers that come and step in, you can actually get a really nice short squeeze. And so that's kind of what I was looking to happen. But also, when you have a really heavy short float, sometimes it just goes short. You've got so many people shorting, you have so many people selling out of the stock. So many people are, they're dumping their bags, and I guess investors a lot of times will come into the market and just say, all right, just pull me out of that stock. It's worthless right now. The company's not looking good. And that's pretty much been the story on Bed Bath & Beyond. The headlines this morning were Bed Bath & Beyond stock tumbles 25% as new CEO warns of short-term pain. Bed Bath & Beyond shares tank over bleak Q4 outlook. So, there's a lot of bad news on this, and it could just be that investors are just going to dump their shares today and end up putting it in something else. You got other stocks out here that are booming and have great potential. So if you've got that much of a short float interest, sometimes it's a little too overwhelming to be able to squeeze out. I mean, like I said, unless you just have tons of buyers stepping in thinking that, well, this is the perfect opportunity to get in Bed Bath & Beyond. It hasn't been this low in its value in such a long time. So there's a lot going on here, and this is why it's good to have a good understanding of the psychology of all of this, and knowing and understanding how traders think, even sometimes how investors think, even though we're not, we're day traders. It's different from investing, but there are points of the market. There are certain days where you have to try to consider what are investors thinking, because you could have some really big investors coming in and heavily buying up these stocks. And so you definitely don't want to be shorting into that. But we'll keep an eye on it. We'll definitely keep an eye on it. TBPH, what's up with TBPH? Pricing of public offering. Okay. Got some levels over here. I don't know how much more this would tumble, but I guess it could. Oh, you've got to locate. Let's see what they're asking. It's not worth it. I mean, I say it's not worth it. It might actually be worth it, but we'll come back to that. We'll put that down here at the bottom of the list. Let's see, TBPH, just in case. Let's also look at, let's see. What's up with this? Okay, what's happening here? Oh, this is losing a lot of its value. Okay, 26 million share float. Okay, public offering. Okay, same thing, same deal, just continuously going down. We might want to keep this on the back burner. ADVM is showing back up again. Okay. ADVM, okay. $62 million share float. Talking about locating. We'll keep that on the back burner. All of these, by the way, this is not my whole watch list. Well, this is my watch list, but just to clarify, the top stocks here, the top 4 or 5 stocks are the ones that I'm really paying attention to. And as you go down the list, and I've got alerts set on some of these, but as you go down the list, these are just ones that if none of these up here are presenting opportunity, I'll probably come down here and check in on some of these. Won't necessarily trade them, but let's see here. There it is. DTSS. Light volume. Okay. This has a lot of wicks, so there's a lot of potential to go short here. Let's see, for $36, it's really not bad. Let's see, DTSS. What's the story? Okay, so DataC Inc. to provide custom hardware and software solutions to K through 12 schools and public communities in China. Okay, so to address coronavirus outbreak, announces cooperation with Dragon Gate investment partners. Okay. All right, so here's the thing. Where are we at? $4.17 million share float. Thing is if you buy here, you're already down $30. So you want to make sure that this can really move in your favor. I'm not gonna do this quite yet, but what I will do is I'll put it kind of closer up here to the top of the list, and we'll see if we can get some shares to short later. I'd like to see what this one does out of the gates. But it's gapped up on very light volume. I would just like to see where it goes. See what it does. But so guys, so today here's what we're looking at. So now look at this, Bed Bath & Beyond recovery right here, and I might even, so let's see, 1090. I'm very tempted to get back in on this. Looks like it's forming an uptrend here. Looks like it's kind of plateaued, and if it breaks back through all of this, I mean, this could be a really good solid move. I may go for it one more time, guys, and just set a stop at 1080, because it looks like it's continued to try to break. I think about all the people who have loaded up on shorts all through here when it was coming down and breaking through 11. All the people that got in here, that are averaging in their positions, and all these people that would end up getting squeezed out if we went all the way up here. So I kind of want to go for it again. This time I'll take, I'll take 400. Oops. See if we can get a little bit better price. So we can get it to pop down one more time. Okay. if it breaks that trend line. Got a pretty big seller on the ask up there towards 1148. Sometimes that's something that you want to look at. Um, 5,000 share position up there. Well, well, I'll tell you what. It looks pretty promising. But I don't know, guys. We got 5 minutes to the bell. Here, we'll go ahead and get in at 11 again, and we will set a stop at the break of 1086, or we'll just say 1089. Stop. Sell at 1089. So it'll be there for when the market opens here in a few minutes. Otherwise, I'll just keep an eye on it over here, and if I see that it's starting to drop, I'll come and have to just manually get out. So, okay, here's Roku. Roku looks like it's... So this is what we've got going on with Roku. Now, Roku is going to be reporting earnings come tomorrow, I believe. And so that's going to be a big thing for Roku. And right now we've just had what's called a channel breakout. So there's this channel here. You can see where it had just kind of been forming this channel. And let me clear out some of these moving averages just so you can see. So, and yesterday we had that breakout, and then it came back, and it's literally bounced right off of that support line there. So that's definitely something that we want to pay attention to, right? So with that being said, I think it's possible that today we get a test of that channel breakout again. So probably here, around $137. We could definitely see it come all the way down here. And if that's the case, then we may look to buy a position at that point. So, yeah. And there's good support in this area too. I mean, you have this touchdown twice here in pre-market around 138.50, and there's a lot of consolidation back here from yesterday, and so that could be a pretty strong point also. So we're going to be watching for that. And then on Lyft, I'm actually going to be watching for, if you check it out right here, the 200-day moving average. It's sitting right on top of that 200-day moving average, and I don't think it's too far-fetched to say that this could end up breaking through these levels at 51.64 and climbing its way back up to maybe 52.80, the 52.80 level. So there's that. Check back in on Bed Bath & Beyond one more time. So I've definitely got an order out at the break of 10.90 again on there. So if we don't do well there, then I'll just get out. So this is my order right here. This is a stop order to sell 400 shares at 10.89. But I'm hoping that there's a huge breakout to the upside here. And then also we've got Tesla. I've got alerts set out on Tesla. There's a lot of resistance here at 786. So if it breaks out through there, I think it's very possible that we might get a major short squeeze before Tesla sees its final drop. But if it does break to the downside, there's going to be a very critical break at let's see. Can we push? Can we push? Can we push? There might be a very critical break on Tesla at BYND, critical break at 1610. So let's check that out on BYND. I'd set an alert for that. Okay. We may go ahead and take this. If it breaks that level at 116.10, go ahead and get short there in anticipation of breaking that level. If we can get the breakdown of that level, if it comes back up over, I may consider adding actually. And we'll take another 100 shares maybe at 116. So stop. Let's see, where are we? 18. Take another 100 shares there. Tesla is having a critical breakout at those levels that we were talking about. So let's see, we may get a really good move down here on BYND, but it's fighting it, guys. It's fighting it. It's coming all the way back up. Okay. We may have to take this into consideration here. But could be reversing. So see if we can get it. So we got 200 shares at 116.71. Daily break at 25.77. Let's go back in on work. Nah, this is not good here. It's always the one. It's always the one. And there's a squeeze. There's a temporary squeeze going on here, and boy, I'll tell you what, it is just flying to the top. So is it going to continue though, is the question. Let's look at work. Work may have a pullback. We may have a critical break here at 77. See what work does. Let's see if it can break through those levels. Yeah, it's having a good breakthrough there. Okay, there we go. We're headed down. We're going to go ahead and jump in 400 shares there at 25.60. And we'll look to continue to move down to, let's see here. Yeah, we don't want to add any more here. Let's see if we can get a break back down through the VWAP there. I think work is weak. I think it's weak. And I think I'm about to get squeezed out of BYND, unfortunately. I can wait for it again. At these levels. I'll tell you what, I was looking for that break at 116. I'm kind of hesitant to add right now, but might be the best thing for me, but I want to see a break of that VWAP. I want to see a break of that VWAP. I want to see this come down and break right through that. Let's be patient with work. Be patient with BYND. Come on. Let's be patient here. Running out of steam. Nope. Oh, it's getting bought right back up here. It's just not a good trade idea. Sorry guys, let down there. But let's see if it, maybe it can't sustain it. Maybe it can't sustain it, and maybe it ends up breaking back through all of this and coming back down to drop. Let's just see if this trade idea can still work out, because we broke the level on the daily, it looks like. But I'll tell you what, the buying pressure has just been tremendous. So oh, oops. Let me see if I can add back in again. But I really just need to get off of this stop by there. Let's look at work again. Work looks like it really does want to go down. So see if we can get a bigger move on work. There we go. Come on. Let's see how far down we can get with work today. Here we go. What are we looking at here? There's great support here. So it's got to break through. It's got to break through a lot of this. I acknowledge that. So I'll stop out. Okay, come on. Let's get a strong push. Let's get a strong push. If we can break 55, that'll be clutch. There we go. Let's look at BBBY. Okay, looks like BBBY got a little bit of a rejection. Okay. All right. BBBY. On the 15-minute is not looking good. So oh, sorry, I want to sell that. Let's see if we can sell that at 11.19. See if we can make up for that. Okay, let's see. See where work is, and let's see if we can get continued follow through. It's going to be difficult. I'd really like to get down to 24.98 on work, but we have to see it. We have to see it continue to break through. Got 400 shares, which I'll go ahead and take off at 18. Well, take 200 at 22. Okay, I'll take 200 there. Let's go back to Uber, or no, BBBY, and let's go ahead and sell 200 there. And we'll see what happens. We'll see if we can continue to get a push up. Let's go back on work. Okay. Now, work has been known to just fight its way back. So if that's what it's doing, definitely want to be ready for that. Let's check up on Roku. Okay, so Roku got rejected again at that level. Now it came down here and it got bought. So I'll kind of hold off on that for a minute. BBBY will add to our breakout at 11. I think we can go ahead and add at 11:41, stop buy. We'll add to our position there. Let's take a look at lift. Lift looks like it could be getting bought up right now. We'll have to give it a second and see, make sure of that. Let's go back to work, see what's happening here. 1 minute to 2 minute. So I'm going to add back into work. Let's see. Yeah, the buy volume was very superficial on this last candle. You can see how low it is. So I'm feeling like it's going to go down. But if it doesn't, you know, I'll go ahead and just get out at the break of, I'll get out at the break of 50. Stop. Buy at 25.51. Let's look at Roku. Roku broke VWAP. Okay, BBBY is still gradually picking back up. I should have added down here actually. Oh, that's strong. It's very strong. It's showing strength. Although buy volume's weakening a little, but I think we have a lot of room to move up here on BBBY today. So I think I feel good about adding to my position, and then if it breaks VWAP, then I'll just go ahead and get out. Oh no, what did I just do? Oh my goodness. Okay, I guess I accidentally sold my position. Well, okay. It's all right, I guess. Get in another 200 at 24. Another 200 at see. Let's look back at work. Work looks like it could push its way down, continue moving down. Hopefully it will. Okay. Let's see. So there's definitely a lot of what I call a heavy argument between the buyers and the sellers. But if it pushes up through all this, we'll see a really good move on it today. So I would like to see that. Work is resolving to the downside. I still think we have a lot of chance to get down here to these levels. So at least 24.98. I'd probably be prone to take a couple shares off at the 25, or a couple hundred shares off at 25.04. I'll do that. See if we can get a couple hundred shares off there. Okay, having a little bit of a hard time, but if we break 25.04, I think, or if we break 25, I should say, we might still get a pretty healthy move to the downside. Let's see where we're at here. See if there's any critical support levels we're running up against. Not really. I don't think. I think down here at 23.59 is really the next majorly critical place. Breaks 05. I'm going to move it down to 25.01. We'll get an even because we took it at 20.51, so we'll get an even 50-cent share off of that. Plus, if it breaks through, if it cracks through this level here, it's probably going to reach down. It's probably going to test 25. Now it could reverse after that, but I'm pretty sure I can get my shares out there. So we'll just have to see. And if it comes above 20, I'll go ahead and take some shares off there. So yeah, say 19, stop by 200 shares there. So a big part of the strategy is, you want to pay yourself. You want to pay yourself, okay, along the way. You want to make sure that you're taking profits, and there we go. It actually just took me out there. So 25.42 is the next. And at this point, I'd still be looking to add, just because the stock is still weak. Still weak. We're having major sell-off volumes here, volume bars here. So BBBY 24. If it breaks this line, I'm pretty sure I'm going to want to get out. So we'll take it at the break of, I mean, really what I could do here, let's see, let me look at this real quick. What I could do is I could add to my position. Okay, so I'm going to buy another 200 shares, and I'm going to get out if it drops below, we'll say this, stop, sell at the break of 11.10. UAA, okay. Just had an alert for Under Armour show up. It's had a pretty critical break. Not too much volume on there though. Well, I've got my stops in place, guys. I'll be right back. Sorry guys, I just I just realized I've had this on mute the whole entire time. You know what? This is this is getting heavy resolution here, but I want to see a break. If I see it come above 49.16, I will take it. Double check. We got 100 shares. If it comes above 16, stop buy. Right? Is that right? Is that what I want to do? See if we can get continued momentum to the downside on work. Let's check back in with Roku. Okay, BBBY. Okay. I'm glad I drew that trend line. Trend lines tell you a lot, by the way. They really do. Trend lines tell you a lot. Okay, this is very interesting. Tesla actually broke these consistent levels around here. It broke it and it could not squeeze up. Had a major sell-off. So we may look to get back in at some point, or get in to begin with, I should say, not get back in. Okay, Shopify's had a major pullback. Huge spread. DTSS, oh, look at that. Should have bought those shares. Gonna remove that. Uber. See where BYND is. Okay, so BYND actually went all the way up there and then started failing. So I honestly don't trust it right now. ADVM. Thinly traded. Don't think I feel too good about that. Gonna remove that. Lift. It's crazy because when lift is up, work is down. When work is up, lift is down. Wonder if there's a reason for that. We really want to see the break here. 25.15. I'm going to take this at the break of 30. Stop. Really want to see a crackdown here, guys. Okay. Stop by at 28. Come on. Let's get a good solid break down here. Let's get a good solid break. Break 25.16. If we can break 16 and then break 7, we should be we should be in a very good position, very good place if we can make that happen. Okay, and lift, I'm going to go ahead and get out of lift at 48.88. We'll do 48.91. How's that? We'll do 48.98. There we go. Okay, we're out of lift. And we're still working on work. Look at BYND. Okay, BYND did break VWAP. Okay. See if we can make back a little of our profits on BYND. So we'll take it at 1754. And then we'll take it at 1714. Okay, work has just worked against me for the last time. So if it breaks there, I'm going to want to try to go for that. 116.94. Let's go for the break of 116. Or 117, excuse me. I think we can get it. Oh yeah, I think if it breaks, it's going to break hard. Good work. Had a quick little squeeze up there. Come on. Let's break 1722. Come on. You can do it. And we will get 117.14. Well, no, we'll still go for 116.94 by we'll do 50 at 116.94. We'll do it at 117.14 just to be safe. How's that? That'll give us 50. We'll do 117.04. I think it could test 117. If it breaks down below 20, I think we can definitely come and test all of this. UAA has just been a back and forth mess. I'm going to go ahead and remove that. Yeah, I'd be tempted to actually add at break of 117.23. might be getting a rejection here. Tesla. 10 share rejection, and then yeah, I'd be willing to go for Tesla here. $180.25. I think it's possible that Tesla could see $776.25. I think we can get a $40 move on Tesla. We will look to add up at 785.25. I think that'll be a good place to add. So we started with 10 shares at 780.25, and we probably add another 10 at 785.25. So another 10 there, and then we've got an order to buy at 776.25. May let Tesla ride for a while. Because if it can break, yeah, if it can break that. Let's see, 785.25. We'll do 775. 775, 55, or we'll say 65. Buy there, yeah. That's what we'll do. See if we can get a push down there. Getting a little bit of a push on Tesla, not much. But if we break these levels here, I think 778 and then of course 777.54. I think we'll get a push down to my profit target. Okay, let's look at what we're looking at here. This could be a rejection. So we're going to hold that. As a rejection. Boy, I'll tell you what, BYND is a crazy choppy stock. Just when you think you're going to get some kind of resolution, so I would be really prone to just take the 150 shares off at now. I would just go for 117. Okay, well that's actually really good on the 5-minute. That looks kind of like a VWAP rejection. So okay, slowing down, guys. So yeah, I mean, it does look like here on BYND like we are getting a rejection. But yeah, I'd be prone to take this out at 117. 150 shares at 117.57. Where are we at right here? But another part of me wants to just be patient with it. See if we can get that final flush. $19.13. If we can break back down through VWAP. It's not looking good. But we'll add a little bit more. I've really been wrestling this one with this one today, guys. This one has been phenomenally ridiculous. I mean, just whippy as any whippy stock could ever be. I will add back in though here pretty soon. I don't think this stock is going to do anything like incredible. In other words, I don't think this stock is going to just pump its fist in the air all day long. You know, I think it's going to come back. So I'll take another 50 short at 118.62. And then I'll probably take another 50 short at, you know, if it comes down to 117.84, I'll want to go ahead and get out. We'll even say 88. We'll say 82. Let's see. Let's assess this for a minute. So I'm dollar cost averaging in for those of you that don't really know what's going on here. Would be nice to see it come back to those levels. I'll set it at 82. So buy 200 shares there. And if it looks like it's gonna really crush it, I'll set it to 72. Actually, I'll set it to 72, but if it's stalling around, you know, 80s, somewhere in the 80s, I'll go ahead and take it. Very much looks like it could end up coming down here. Last thing you want to do is, if I know, a lot of people would be tempted to add right here, but this could just be a VWAP bounce. And the last thing you want to do is add. You want to be patient. I set some shares up here to go short, and I'm being patient with it. And if it doesn't take it, it doesn't take it. You can't be worried about it. You just can't be worried about it. There we go. Let's buy it at 62. Because if it breaks these levels, I'm pretty sure it can drive down to 62. But like I said, I'll take at least 100 at like 82 or something. As a matter of fact, I'll go ahead and do that. Take 100 at 82. Let's see if it breaks 90. $180 at 82, 100 at 62. See if we can get it. All right, it's given such a hard time that I'm going to move 82 down to 72, because it's basically proving at this point that if we get a flush, it's going to flush, probably even down to the 50s. Now we don't know that for sure, but if it breaks past this level on the 5-minute, it'll start testing these levels. So 78 might be the place to get it out, rather than 72, or we'll even say, yeah, 78. I'll just leave it there. And then I think 58 would be the next. It's got to drop though. It's got to flush down. Is what we're looking for. It's giving it a hard time, undoubtedly. Oh, this came right to my order and did not buy it. So I'm actually going to move this. I'm going to consider moving it back. Just going to see what we can do on Tesla. It came all the way down, and for some reason it did not grab my order. I don't know why. But I guess it's possible we could be getting a flush. The daily pattern is tightening up for sure. $24.95. Look at this. Look at what happened with work, guys. Oh, that would have been a phenomenal move if I was able to hold on to those shares. Okay. We should finally get that flush down that we're looking for on BYND. Looks like it's failing. I might even take it off right there and see it make a really solid move to the downside. I'll tell you what, it's as whippy and choppy as it gets. We'll go ahead and take it at 60, 62. We'll take 100 shares. If it can make it down there. I think if it breaks through all of this, I think we can get a nice push down there. We would break that on the 15-minute. Well, there we go. Come on, keep pushing it down. If we can break these levels, that'll be clutch. The SPY looks like it wants to start pulling. in some orders. If the choppiness continues, we're going to want to bring our average up, which is why I'm putting out orders at, let's see, $68, sell, 88, sell. Okay. $118.23. And I'll tell you what, at this point, you know, we're just there's too much choppiness here. It's become a little uncomfortable, so I would probably opt to take this off at yeah, 118.08. Three. We'll say 100 shares at 03 or 08. And then see if we can get a breakdown on the last 150 shares. And if we did, probably take it at the break of 117. Or look for it to crack these levels. Yeah, probably look for it to crack those levels. So now that it has stopped here at VWAP, yeah, I probably would take 100 at 118.03. And if it pauses, I'll try to take it at 10 or something. Okay, this could be a flush. This could be the flush that we're waiting for. 1767. So I'll take it. Or we could just be headed for another chop fest. I'll tell you what, this is what you want to look at here on the 15. Now, this is, again, we have to keep in mind, this is when stocks are moving as they should be moving. But if you're stuck in a chop fest, I mean, it could just whip back and forth like this all day long. So I'd even be inclined to plug in another 50 shares at $40, $43, and then maybe even $53. But I'm still looking for that move to the downside. Like to get down to these levels down here, the 117.60s. Let's go back and look at Tesla. Tesla's just messing around right now. So we're just gonna go ahead and get out at all right. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, guys. Well, I'm gonna wrap up the live stream here. I'm just gonna try to be patient with BYND. I tell you what, it's been a great day on all these other stocks. I mean, Tesla, there wasn't really much to brag about with Tesla, but it's unfortunate that I really did just kind of let BYND get out of hand there at the open. Definitely could have controlled the loss there, and but it's okay. I mean, I'm hoping we get a test of VWAP, maybe even a breakthrough VWAP. But I'll be posting the daily trading recap later, so you guys can check back in and see how it turned out today. Hopefully, we'll end it green. All right, guys, take care.